Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 7 in my February Junk Journal with Me series. I am doing 14 days of love, celebrating love. I thought that would be fun this month to mix things up and do it a little differently. So today we are halfway through the series. Day number 7, I can't believe it. So I've been having a lot of fun working in the Choose Love collection. Those of you who have it as well, I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope that you've had time to work on it and play around in it a little bit. There are so many fun elements this month, thanks to you lady. Just so awesome. I just love it. I love all of the bright colors. So today I am thinking I want to play around with one of the pages that has a flip out. Something that I'm excited to use and incorporate in my book. One of the vintage Valentines that came in the collection. A lot of them are teacher related. Some of them were not, but most of them were because it was a teacher who saved them. So I definitely don't want to cover up the From Greg. I love that on there. I think I'm going to use the bag that came in the kit, cut it in half, and do something with that there. And because I have the teacher card, there's also these flashcards in the kit as well, and I thought those might go well on a spread together. So I'm going to start by cutting this bag so that it fits on the page. I love doing this because it also means that I'll have another bag to use later. Sometimes I'll glue it in the whole thing, but most of the time I like to cut it, and then that gives me 2 different bags later on. All right, so I'm going to save that part for a different page. I like it. I'm going to use my vintage photo ink like I've been doing. If you've missed any of the other videos in this series and you're interested, I will definitely have the links for them down below in the description box, so check them out. This collection probably by this time has sold out. I know that right after the release I actually only had 4 left. If there are any more, I will leave a link. Well, there always will be a link to my Etsy shop down below, but I'll make a note of it if they're sold out or not. But I do know, I can tell you that March is right around the corner, and the collection that we're putting together for that, I'm in love with it. I think it's going to be awesome. So keep your eyes open for that release if you're interested. I think in a different video, I mentioned that I usually like sewing these bags closed, but I'm going to use a stapler again because of the fact that this is school related and I'm going to use this flashcard. It makes sense to use a stapler. So I'm just going to staple the edges. I saw how much room this Valentine's going to take up. I guess I could leave it poking off the edge of the bag a little bit. That way I can staple the whole bag and still see the staples. And then of course I'm out of staples. All right, I refilled my stapler. I think I'm going to use 5 staples along the edge of this bag. See, even if you don't have a sewing machine, you can do some fun things with staples. And I do not want to glue this down like I said. So I think I'm going to use some washi tape. I got out some of my Valentine washi. Let's see. Maybe that color? Okay. And I'm just going to make a flip out of this. I'm going to turn this around because I don't want to tape down the bottom of his foot. And then that will also allow me to write on the back of this if I decide that I want to do that. This is the tricky part. Trying to get it straight. There. From Greg. In cursive handwriting, something they don't teach our kids anymore, which is a shame, I feel. There, get that. on there nice and tight. And then I think I'm just going to glue this to the page. You could always make another tuck spot if you wanted to by just adding some glue to make a pocket. And then you would have another pocket. You could tuck something into the top. But I'm just going to glue mine right down to the page today. Try to not get a ton of glue on my fingers. I don't know why I even try, it never works. Okay, so now I have my little pocket here, which I love. I love that Valentine on there. And I think I'm going to do some kind of little cluster over here in the top corner with my Valentine. Yeah, I'm going to do it on the inside. I have a couple more of these white tickets. I also have this little scrap paper, and I mentioned it in another video that there's so many lines on this. It's made to look like a vintage wallpaper that I think it would be a nice touch and look like washi tape. So I'm just going to be brave and I'm going to cut my flashcard. I did it. I didn't think too much about it. So I didn't change my mind. And I'm just going to ink up the edges. This is pretty yellowed already. These were pretty old flashcards. But I'm going to add a little bit of ink to the edge there. Take one of my little tickets. See what this will look like. Just use my scissors this time. I am not good at cutting a straight line. I should be able to follow the line of the paper pretty well. Scoot this over a little bit. I don't want to cover up the numbers. I guess I have a little bit of room here that I can have the ticket poking off if I want to, which I think I do because I'm struggling more than I anticipated. Isn't that the way it always works? At least for me it is. All right, I still have this little punched out tab thing left from the kit. I think I'm going to add this to this cluster as well. I'm going to start by gluing these two pieces down and then just decorating the top. It's kind of tricky to mess around with too because it's this flip out page. Makes it a little more difficult. Just going to glue this flashcard down. Okay, maybe that'll be a little easier for me to figure out what I'm doing now that I've made a couple decisions. I really like this pink fringe that your lady sent. If I just added a couple tails, or one tail. I think a little scrap tail is good. I like that. It's such a soft trim. Now you can see a little bit better how I'm botching things. No, I think it's working out okay. I don't want to cover up that 5 though. I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to just glue this down. I glue this ticket down so it pokes off a little bit. And hopefully enough glue that it'll hold that little piece of fringe down there. A little bit of that equal sign poking out. Pretty clean in the back. And then one of my little gold paper clips. Again, because this is kind of school related, I'll just look like that's holding that take it on there. I think that's pretty cute. And then I thought I would just glue this tag inside of here and use it as a journaling spot. Sometimes I like that. I think it adds a little bit of dimension to the page. So I'm just going to use my vintage photo again. I think I'm going to add some of the fringe stuff. I haven't really played with this yet. I'm going to use black because of that Valentine has some great black in there. Some pink. Maybe some white. Okay, let's see. Okay, very nice. There. I like to add a little bit of glue so that all of the strings stay in place. I'm going to just tighten that down. And then we're just going to glue it in the book, and I'll trim those strings up after we get our tag down. This tag also came in the collection, and the heart was already stamped on there. So it's nice to just be able to throw it in the journal somewhere. Okay, try to center that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me trim these up a little bit. See how far they're poking out of the top. I have this other piece of fringe there, but I don't want those to be as long. There, very nice. I like all of the stuff poking out of the edges. I think that makes it so much fun. Let's see, where are we? Here we go. I feel like I need to do something to the other side of this. It looks awfully plain. That doesn't really make much sense. So I have this little piece of scrap paper left, and it just happens to fit perfectly on that bottom of that page. So I can make a little tuck out of this. I'm just going to take my corner rounder, round the edges, ink it up a little bit. Maybe to tie it in to the school thing we got going on here, I'll use my stapler again. I'm not going to staple it onto the page because I don't want the staples poking through the other side. So I'm just going to staple onto the paper and then glue it down. They don't show up that well, but that's all right. I know they're there. And I'm just going to glue the edges to make a pocket. Those staples make it a little tricky, but it works out. Very carefully glue it down. If I wanted to, I could use my claim check in that pocket, but I don't think I want to. First, I got to dry it a little bit. I have this small tag in my stash. These came from Hobby Lobby. They have a few different packages of different size tags. These are the smallest ones. I'm just going to ink this tag up a little bit. Messily. It's okay. I can always go back and play with it later. And I think I like that. Maybe I should use your lady's paper clip here instead. She put so many beautiful paper clips in the collection this month. There, I like that. I like those charms hanging off of there. Is that going to cause a problem? No. Maybe I'm going to try this one instead. I don't want to break that heart charm or anything. That's better. That lays a lot better. Thank you, you lady. Thank you for all the beautiful paper clips. There, I like that. So that works out. I'm going to add a little bit of scrap paper there. I can still read the back of my Valentine, write on it if I want to. I have this journaling space, this extra tag and pocket here. Maybe I should add some fringe. One more time, I have this fringe left over here. Just add it to my tag really quick. Of course, I have glue all over my fingers. That does not help. There. And a little touch of glue. Glue all over my fingers, glue all over the tip of my glue. I'm a mess. I'm gonna have to clean this up. Okay. And let's see. There. I like that. That's fun. Brings out that black. The lady's little charm is fun. All right, you guys, I think that's it for today's video. Thank you so much, everyone who's following along with me. Thank you to all of you who purchased this month's collection. I appreciate you guys so much every month. All of you with all of your kind words and excitement over my collections. You guys really make my world go round. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, all of the links to the previous videos will be in the description box down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye.